Hello and welcome back to Movies Reloaded. Today we have Rent a Girlfriend. This is a good one, so without any further delay, let's get into it. The anime starts with Kazuya Kinoshita, who is the main protagonist of this anime and also a 20-year-old college student living alone in Tokyo. He is dumped by his girlfriend after only a month of dating. After facing the harsh truth, he falls into a serious depression because all he tried was bringing her close, but nothing worked at all. Falling into depression made him look into options on the internet, looking for a new girlfriend. He gets help with a girlfriend renting app on the internet where anyone can make their selection of the girlfriend they want for 5,000 yen per hour. He selects a girl named Mizuhara Chizuru as his rental girlfriend, and that's how it begins. Kazuya is very dissatisfied with how unoriginal she really is because she follows the same routine in every date with the other guys as well. He calls her out on the second date, which causes her to snap out of her character. When Kazuya's grandmother is hospitalized again, he gets summoned by his parents in the hospital, and his family is surprised by seeing his girlfriend. His grandmother is head over heels after meeting his girlfriend, and she wants the other elderlies to know her grandson's girlfriend, which gets Chizuru concerned because one of them is her own grandmother. Since Kazuya loves his grandmother so much, he wants to fulfill her wish of meeting his soulmate before she dies. Kazuya's plan of moving on with his life is cut short when he discovers that he and Chizuru attend the same college. Kazuya pretends not to know her in front of his friends to cover up. Chizuru tells him not to speak to anyone of this matter because she is keeping everything secret. But the situation is far worse because they literally live next door to each other. When Kazuya receives a phone call from his grandmother for a visit to his apartment, he gets seriously nervous and begs Chizuru to assist him, but she refuses him and locks the door in his face. His grandmother arrives at his apartment, but she is disappointed to see that Chizuru didn't come, knowing that she's coming. Just when Kazuya is about to express the truth to his grandmother, Chizuru arrives with home-cooked food to recover the situation. Chizuru and Kazuya get on an agreement where Kazuya will rent her for 1 hour every Wednesday, since Wednesday is the only day he and his grandmother meet. Next week, on the campus, Kazuya runs into Mami, his ex-girlfriend, for the first time since their breakup. His friends advise him to forget about his ex-girlfriend. Kazuya goes on visiting his grandmother with Chizuru on the Wednesday. After their visit to the hospital, they go on walking where their friends notice them holding hands. When Kazuya tells them that they're dating, his friend takes them to a drinking party. Kazuya notices that Mami, his ex-girlfriend, is also present at the drinking party. Mami-chan proceeds to insult Kazuya constantly in front of everyone. Chizuru then defends Kazuya and yells angrily to Mami, but Kazuya defends Mami anyways. Chizuru leaves the scene, but Kazuya doesn't stop her, and then while returning home alone, Mami asks him if he wants to go to her house. Kazuya asks her about her new boyfriend. She claims that she lied because he brought along such a pretty girlfriend. She then gets a message from her little brother saying that he has some friends over so they can't go to her house. He thinks of asking her over to his house, but gets embarrassed by the thought and runs away. When Mami insults Chizuru again because of her outburst, Kazuya defends Chizuru this time and runs away from the scene. Kazuya goes to Chizuru and apologizes to her for what happened earlier at the party. She accepts his apology and says that she will always be there if he needs her help. Kazuya and his friends go to the beach of Izu Peninsula to enjoy it for 2 days. Mami is seen to be very jealous of the relationship between Kazuya and Chizuru. She is seen to be texting on the phone about the details while she is alone. It somehow is a coincidence that Chizuru also came to the beach with her friends in her university disguise. Mami apologizes to Kazuya about what she said the other day about him and Chizuru, and they start talking about the memories they had together. During shopping, Kazuya and Chizuru meet inside a bathroom where they start arguing, which attracts Mami's attention. Then Chizuru quickly changes her disguise and acts like Kazuya's girlfriend again. Chizuru tries to leave, but she is forced to stay because of Mami's actions. Mami pretends to lose her bracelet and kisses Kazuya when he goes swimming. Then they recall their memories while kissing each other. Kazuya receives a phone call from his grandmother saying that she is going to be discharged the next week. Kazuya then announces to everyone that he and Chizuru are breaking up, which then results in a fight between him and Kibe. Kibe then blames Mami-chan for leading him on. Chizuru says to Kazuya that he did right by telling the truth. Kibe then suddenly runs into Chizuru, and they discuss about Kazuya together. Kibe then says that he has known Kazuya since they were kids. Kazuya might be an idiot sometimes, but he is a good guy inside. He hands her 2 ferry tickets he purchased from the convenience store, so she and Kazuya can spend some time together. While talking to Mami on the phone, Kazuya realizes that Chizuru fell from the ferry. Kazuya immediately jumps into the water so that he can save her. Kazuya is able to save Chizuru from the fall, but hurts himself in the process of saving her. Chizuru performs CPR on him and that saves his life, but he had to spend the night in a hospital. His friends then drive him back home once he's healed. In front of their apartment, Kazuya tells Chizuru that she has already made plans in advance and will be depositing the payment in her postbox. He then apologizes to her for everything that has happened. Whilst being alone inside the apartment, Kazuya realizes that he has actually developed romantic feelings for Chizuru. Later, Kazuya and his family go on traveling to a hot springs resort. After arriving, Kazuya discovered that Chizuru's grandmother is also staying at the same place. Because of their grandmothers, he and Chizuru get to share a room together. Chizuru tries adjusting since her grandmother had to pay for the rooms. While taking a bath with Chizuru, Kazuya's grandmother shares that it is the anniversary of her husband's death. Chizuru enjoys her meal with Kazuya, and they let him stay at the same room as her while sleeping. Kazuya realizes that Chizuru is better in every way possible. Kazuya expresses to Chizuru at night that while he believes he's a difficult client, he still wants to rent her out. She responds that he can continue to rent her for a short period of time, but she also says that it will be better for their grandmothers to know the truth and advises Kazuya to look for a real girlfriend in the meantime. A few days later, Kazuya tells his friends that they are still dating and they are happy to see them together. While out on a date, Chizuru and Kazuya run into Kuribayashi, who claims to have a girlfriend currently. He quickly arranges a double date of them all together without listening to Kazuya. Kuribayashi introduces his girlfriend Ruka to Kazuya and Chizuru on the double date. On the date, while Ruka and Chizuru are alone together upstairs, Ruka asks Chizuru if she is a rental girlfriend. Chizuru expresses the news to Kazuya, who then gets frustrated. Chizuru makes up a strategy to prove her wrong. Ruka asks Kazuya and Chizuru to kiss when Kuribayashi goes to the bathroom. Ruka is skeptical of both of them when Chizuru pretends to kiss Kazuya. She simply doesn't believe them. Kazuya then gets the idea of pretending that Chizuru has to visit her grandmother, so she gets along with the plan. Kazuya follows Ruka and Kuribayashi, so Ruka isn't able to say the truth to Kuribayashi. Whilst following Ruka when she is alone, Ruka catches him and calls him a fake boyfriend, which shocks Kazuya. After that, Kazuya continues to pursue Ruka after the previous confrontation in the train station, and when she starts falling from the stairs of the bridge, Kazuya grabs her. After the fall, Ruka expresses that she is also a rental girlfriend. Kazuya then breaks the truth to Chizuru. In campus, when Kazuya is waiting for Kuribayashi, Ruka shows up. When Kuribayashi starts looking for Kazuya in the classroom he went to, Ruka and Kazuya hide together under a desk. Kuribayashi catches them together anyways because of Ruka's phone, and Ruka tells the truth of her being a rental girlfriend in front of both of them. When Kazuya tells everything to Chizuru, Ruka shows up at the scene. She becomes sure of Chizuru being a rental girlfriend. Ruka promises that she will not tell anyone anything as long as she can date Kazuya. Ruka reveals that she has feelings for Kazuya. Kazuya gets confused and tells Chizuru to distract Ruka so he can tell the truth to Kuribayashi. Kazuya gets stopped by Ruka in the middle of the road and she says that she will tell Kuribayashi everything by herself. Kazuya accepts her request of going out with her, but only for a trial period, only because Chizuru supports the idea. After going for multiple dates with Ruka, Kazuya gets exhausted because of her clinginess. He starts looking for ways to distance himself from Ruka. Kazuya tries booking Chizuru on the Christmas Eve, but her schedule seems booked already for that day. Kazuya looks at his bank balance and thinks of getting a real job since he wasted most of his money on Chizuru. On Christmas Eve, he starts stalking Chizuru and sees her on a date with a handsome guy named Umi. He thinks that the guy is Chizuru's real boyfriend since she was on a date with him, secretly. Kazuya keeps following them while being more and more upset. Kazuya gets caught by Chizuru that night and she reveals that she is an actress. Because of acting schools being so expensive, she practices acting by being a rental girlfriend on the app. At the end of the evening, Chizuru gives a phone case to Kazuya as a Christmas present, which makes Kazuya overly emotional. After the Christmas incident, Kazuya starts working as a waiter in a karaoke bar. While on a date with Chizuru, Kazuya gets asked by her if he really has feelings for her, which he reluctantly disagrees to without even thinking. While returning home together, they run into Ruka, who then leaves with Kazuya. She then takes Kazuya to a love hotel while blindfolding him. Kazuya runs into the bathroom and Ruka tries to seduce him. Ruka checks his phone while he is away inside the bathroom and looks at his grandmother's message. She leaves the hotel alone afterwards without letting Kazuya know. On the New Year's Day, Kazuya and Chizuru are having an outing with their family at a shrine. Ruka shows up there and Kazuya gets confronted by his grandmother directly. She expresses to the grandmother that she is his girlfriend, but Kyuza somehow controls the situation by saying that she is a pathological liar. In the shrine, Ruka tries revealing the relationship between Kazuya and Chizuru whilst they are alone, but she fails to do so. She then expresses to Kazuya that she will not give up on the idea of being his girlfriend. Later, Ruka joins the same karaoke bar where Kazuya works as staff. In the karaoke bar, Ruka expresses how serious she is to be his girlfriend. While Kazuya is working on his shift, his friend Kibe shows up with his other friends and tells that Kirabayashi is acting differently these days and posting weird things about not falling in love ever again on the internet. When Kazuya confronts Ruka about it, she doesn't care much. Later at night, Kazuya asks Chizuru for help with a friend. After a few days, a shy and embarrassed Kirabayashi is waiting for his meeting with Kazuya at the station, and in that moment, Chizuru shows up. It is revealed that she is a rental girlfriend. He understands that she came on a date with him to cheer him up. Kazuya then clears up all the misunderstanding with Kirabayashi and apologizes to him. After Chizuru returns, Kirabayashi asks if she will ever fall for a client or not. She reluctantly answers the question and changes the topic. At night, Chizuru asks for some help to Kazuya, saying that she is training a shy girl for being a rental girlfriend and he needs to go on dates with her. He agrees with her proposal. Chizuru also says that she will be there for him until he forgets about Mami-chan. The shy girl Sakurasara Sumi then introduces herself to Kazuya, and while they are walking together, Mami-chan spots them. Kazuya understands how shy she is by seeing her hand gestures and for not being able to talk on the date. When Kazuya asks her why she is working as a rental girlfriend, she answers him by using hand gestures. On the date, while Sumi is getting harassed by the guys in the bowling club, Kazuya saves her. Sumi thanks him for being there for her, and it is revealed that Mami was stalking them all this time. After coming out from the restroom, Kazuya sees Sumi and Mami sitting together. When Mami and Kazuya are alone together, she says that Kazuya is a whole different person now and leaves him alone. After the date is over, Kazuya praises Sumi for her actions and hard work, which boosts her confidence by a lot. When Mami is at her home, she is more jealous than ever. She finds out that Sumi is a rental girlfriend. While hanging out with his friends, Kazuya sees Chizuru on a date with another guy, so he moves away with his friends. Later that night, Chizuru calls Kazuya out and thanks him for being there for Sumi. She also says she is thinking about quitting and that she has landed a role in a play. But she will help him anyways until the time comes. The next day, Mami shows up on the date when Chizuru is waiting for her client. Kazuya agrees to go on a date with Ruka the next day before work. At work, when Kazuya is about to express his feelings to Ruka, he sees Chizuru and Mami heading towards one of the rooms. Mami wants to pay Chizuru, but she doesn't want to accept the payment. Mami reveals she knew about her profession for 2 weeks or more. When Chizuru asks Mami why she booked a date with her, Mami simply ignores the question. Meanwhile, Kazuya overhears their conversation from outside of the room and finds out that Mami knows the true story behind their relationship. He then pretends to be sick at work and follows Chizuru and Mami on the way. Mami promises Chizuru that she will not tell anyone in the college about their relationship. When Chizuru asks Mami about her feelings, Mami directs the question towards Chizuru. Chizuru asks Mami if she ever considered Kazuya to be the love of her life. However, Mami gives her a vague answer and leaves the scene. At night, Kazuya thanks Chizuru for standing up for him. Chizuru apologizes to him, saying that she wasn't able to find him a real girlfriend all this time. Kazuya shouts at Chizuru, saying she is the one that he wants. But then he changes his answer, saying that he wants her as a rental girlfriend. At their apartments, Chizuru and Kazuya both fall deep into their thoughts. And that's how it ends for the season 1. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this season and what you would like to see next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.